And welcome back to Let's Play Animal Crossing. This next part, unfortunately, will have to be post-commentary. The reason why is because I tried doing live commentary during this, and regrettably the audio came out bad. And since I reached a point where the game wasn't allowing me to save yet, as I can see right here, I had no choice but to continue filming rather, because, well, I didn't want to start the whole thing over again. I don't know, I kind of already got attached to Heinz, and despite everything that's happened, though, there is quite a bit to consider. I mean, we're stuck here, no way to get home, no telephone communications, the house looks like a glorified shed. Even though the walls are made of stone, I've never seen a shed made out of stone. Maybe it's a shrine of some sort. I don't know. But yeah, a shrine with no heating, no bed, no communications, no food. Hardly looks like there's any ventilation except for the windows. Oh, the windows, rather. At least there's electricity, but still. There are no other humans in this town, and there's no food. There's no really main food source. Granted, there is one place you can get food. One simple place. And it comes from the natural tree resources. Granted, they're just cherries, though. I mean, I can't trust that cherries would be particularly filling. But you take what you can get. Nom 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 nom. Indeed. So, now that we have finished doing that, let's proceed to move on. Nook gave us something to do here, and it's probably time to go find him. Yeah, we can't exactly go anywhere because apparently the train's not coming for quite a long time. Kinda creepy, actually, if you think about it. The train won't be showing up. So here's the map that Nook was talking about in front of the place, and here we can see some of the locations, the main locations, along with the general layout of the town. Or the train station, obviously. And the train station is always directly above the house plaza that we are staying at. And I'm not going to go and look at those other houses just yet, because those will spoil to me and to everyone else who lives there. But right there we've got the post office, something that's always in all the towns. The Nook shop, which is right there, that's our next destination. We've got the town dump over there. That's where you can get rid of items you don't want anymore. We've got the museum, the wishing well, the tailor, and we've got the police station. Oh god. Alright, we have to make sure to check out that place later, because maybe they'll help us in this predicament. Give us shelter, food, maybe let us call home to see if everyone's okay. Or whatever. Well, finally you arrived. What took you so long? Jeez, starting to wonder if you'd show. Only kidding. Yes, indeed. First off, you'll need to change into these clothes. What sort of clothes, Nook? If you must know, I suppose I'd call it your uniform. Please let me know when you're done changing, yes? Okay, dude. Just don't stare at me for too long. I mean, I would prefer it if you don't— Oh god, he was staring at me the whole time I was changing. That's better, yes. You look like you were born to wear that uniform. Oh dear, was I? Would that be called fate? Now you can start working out the remaining amount of bells, yes. First off, I want you to go plant some trees and flowers around my shop. The area around here is too dull, not charming at all. It's just not an ideal sort of shopping experience, People like shopping in areas that are clean and well kept, so I want you to spruce things up a bit for me. When you're finished, come and tell me, yes? Yes! So, that's task number 1, simple gardening. If it's just little tasks like this, it shouldn't be too hard to get our chores done for him, really. So yes, you can plant trees, kind of like, you know, planting trees in Minecraft. You put down a sapling. However, it's actually harder than in Minecraft, because if you trample on the plant at all, or if it's too close to something, it won't ever grow. However, I'm not really worried about these trees right here. It's more like a tutorial thing, really, and once we get into the game, I think I'll start doing my own personal landscaping. Now, the other items we have there are flowers, and thankfully, Nook doesn't specify that we have to plant immediately outside of his house, so if we plant the flowers in front of our own house instead, haha, we get the chance to decorate our own little place, and he will never know. That's what you get for not telling us exactly where you want it to be, Nook. Loopholes! What fun! So now our place looks a bit more pleasant, really. And fortunately, unlike other future Animal Crossing games, you don't have to water the plants, so they'll stay there until you trample them down. Which is less realistic, but in my opinion, much more manageable. I mean, I never ever bought flowers in the future games, just because I didn't feel like taking care of them. So to make it look a little nicer out there, give the ground some charming character. Beauty in the eye of the beholder, so I won't bother asking how you chose to plant everything. After all, I'm not the one who'll get laughed at when traveling from other villages, see your works, I know. Well, dude, maybe you will be laughed at. I mean, I am your employee, so whatever happens to me is your responsibility. 80 bells, please! That is a complete rip-off. Who do you think you are? Alright. What do you want now? Wait just a moment. Something just struck me. Ardwick, you just moved into Hines, but you haven't introduced yourself to other townsfolk, have you? I'm going to give you a little break, so why don't you go introduce yourself to everyone in town, Go on now, and don't forget to introduce yourself to the mayor, too. That would show some class. Well, I've always considered myself a classy fellow. I'll see you later, yes? I'll be back, Nook. This isn't the last you've seen of me. Right, so it's time to go introduce ourselves to the other citizens of the town. There aren't that many, so don't worry. It's not like going into the city and talking to every last person, kind of like SpongeBob does. Right, so there are the shops, houses. There appear to be about... 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are 6 houses. Plus the mayor, so we need to find 7 people. Not too bad. If we follow a straight path leading that way and then proceeding down, we'll be able to meet all the people, I think. Now, at this point I was kind of rushing a bit, because I thought that store closed at 9, and I wanted to make sure I was able to get out of work in time to buy some of the things there, because otherwise I wouldn't really be able to do that much. Basketball? Away with you, sporting equipment! As for what the basketball or other little items like that lying around the town are for, we'll get back to that later. Oh dear. It's a cow. That is a blue cow. How do you do? I'm Messy. Just got out of work from working with the Happiest, right? Buttercup. I get the feeling that you and I will get along really well, Buttercup. Hopefully. I can't imagine working for the Happiest is particularly easy. I suppose this is where you go when you get home from work, really. Fair enough. I wonder what your wages are. So let's see. Oh dear. Kind of a natural house. With no interior lighting. You're able to buy your own music, but you don't have a light. That's a bit silly, you know, if you ask me. That's... whatever. Maybe cows don't need to worry about lighting. Perhaps they glow in the dark. Alright, so here's our next fellow here. Let's see. Chico! What are you doing at this time of night? Cheese! Yes. I'm well, that doesn't matter right now. Cheese! What's important is that you tell me your name. Okay, I've got it. Ardwick, right? See, I remembered your name, so that means we're gonna be friends. Cheese! Let's talk again soon. I'm not really sure that's how friendship works, pal, but if you say so. Fun fact, he was in my original Animal Crossing town. In fact, he was back there way when I got the game years back. So here's his rather oriental house. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not really a fan of the whole oriental-looking thing. I mean, it is got its own charm, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, the colors are a bit too strong. But then again, I really shouldn't criticize an entire genre of visuals. It's probably not a good idea. And that's the police station over there, but we'll get back to that a little bit later. I don't want to introduce everything at once. Otherwise, the entire series would be really short. And yes, the beach. You can imagine I'll be here quite a lot. I love going to the beach. Ooh, and a lighthouse, too. That is cool. I always did like that lighthouse. You can't really do much with it right now, however. It's a real shame, too. And I rather like that island right there. That is pretty cool. It seems like the sort of place I would build an actual house in Minecraft or something. Oh, Alright, so, here we have the Able sisters. They are basically the town tailors, and here you can design, shirts and umbrella patterns. In later games, this would be fleshed out a bit more, but you could almost certainly bet that I'm gonna design a shirt and an umbrella at some point. In fact, why don't you guys tell me what you want me to do as far as designing them goes? I'm sure you guys will like to see me have a change of appearance throughout the series later on, so let me know what you want me to do. I am all ears. So, where's that next town's person? Nope, there's the museum. We'll get back to that later. Once we can actually do something there. And here I got trapped to a tree. Yes! And welcome to the town wishing well. I almost ran past, but then I remembered, hey, there's a mayor here. Who are you? You, whippersnapper. Tell me something. Who do you respect the most? My mother, actually. She's a pretty nice person, actually. More than anyone, really. Youth. Humph. I wait for the younger generation. How dare they care for their mothers? Or play favorites with their parental figures, actually. My name's Tortimir, and I'm the mayor here in Hines. Yepper, pretty important job. You seem like a good kid. Listen, whenever there's a holiday or some kind of event, come talk to me. Why? I'm sure we'll have something I'll have some interesting stuff to pass on. What? Well, that's kind of suspicious. Hey, I'm an old man and you're a kid. On holidays, come see me. I'll give you something. So here is the town wishing well. Here you can kind of, I don't know, I guess you can do a few things, but I never really bothered with it sorry. I never really bothered with it that much. In fact, I'm still not entirely sure what the deal with it is. If someone can tell me what it is, then by all means let me know. Alright, so here I try to find a way up, and it turns out this town has a rather impractical means of travel. Like, I kind of wish you had the ability to, like, maybe, establish ladders or something, but you've got to go all the way around until you eventually reach the ramp way on the east side. This will be important to note for later. Although, to be fair, that is a pretty interesting looking ramp. And kind of a nice curvy thing going on there. Nice curvy shapes. Oh dear. A lot of empty lots around here too. It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess I could use this acre as like maybe a forest once I'm able to start planning things, but that's for another story, really. We will get to that as the time comes. But hey, another person. Ooh, a chicken, in fact. I've had plenty of experience with chickens. Good evening. Wait a minute. Do I know you, cutie? Oh dear. You must be new in town. Well, it sure is lucky we ran into one another. You know, we're probably destined to be good friends. Oh, is that what you call it these days? Aren't they? By the way, what's your name, cutie? Oh dear. Ardric, huh? Great! Stop by and talk to me again soon, cutie. Oh dear. Rather flirtatious, aren't you? Alright, so let's see what your house is like, shall we? Ah, much more pleasant, actually. Kind of like a cottage in the woods sort of thing. And I think you're the only person in this town who has a bed. Seriously. I'm just gonna guess that she's like the one sane person in this entire village. Which is probably a fairly fair assumption. Just what are you thinking? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just curious, that's all. Oh no, the knob broke. Oh god, she's gonna kill me. Run! No, don't just stand there, run! Okay. Good evening, cutie. Oh dear. Oh, did you want something? Did you want something or what, cutie? Well, I'm sorry for breaking the knob on your door, on your thing. Yeah, I kind of wandered into your house when you weren't looking, and okay. Evening. So you can probably just tell from walking around here that we have fruit trees. You know, we can pick the fruit, right? Sure, just face the tree and press the A button to shake it, cutie. Fruit, you can eat it to me or give it any time, or I can eat it or give it to you any time. Or I can sell it. Or you can, like, bury a piece of fruit in the ground and it'll grow up into a tree. Isn't that awesome? You can have full-on fruit whenever. It's like owning an orchard, cutie. One of my intended projects, actually. I will get back to you folks later on that, but that's what I want to do. Alright, so who do we have now? We got someone who wants to run away from us. Portia. Yes? Do you need something, ruffian? Oh, dear. You're a bit snooty, aren't you? Don't be rude. Tell me your name before asking for mine. I see. Audric, huh? I'm Portia. I'll see you, ruffian. You don't even want to be my friend, eh? Something tells me you're one of the more interesting members of the town. Might I see your house? Excuse me? Dude? Lady? Ma'am? Hello? Yes, there we are. I mean, you can't really kite the NPCs around, but... Oh! Okay, I gotta admit, your house looks really nice. Props for interesting decor. Kind of a white marble sort of thing. Ooh, and a phonograph too. I really want one of those. Phonographs have a much nicer charm than an old tape player anyway. Ah yes, Audric. It's gotten rather dark out, hasn't it, ruffian? Yes, indeed. By the way, do you need something, ruffian? How about any tips? You do, of course, know that you can grow fruit trees. Yes, we know this. We require a shovel to do that, however, and I intend to get a shovel before the end of this night. Which means I want to get rid of all, not get rid of, but get the other things done first. Now then, there is one more, or at least two more, people, neighbors running around, and hey, a basketball. And just sort of fell into the river. Ooh, let's watch it. Come on. Yes! I think it landed on a fish, actually, now that I'm looking at the footage again. I didn't notice that last time. Huh. Well, that fish got a really rude surprise, didn't it? No, hey, we're back home. If I recall, there's someone around here. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Isn't it a little late for you to be running around alone? You should be home enjoying a nice quiet evening. What, in my dungeon house? Oops, I didn't mean to stick my nose in your business. My mistake. Aroo! I always do that, and I say something really rude to someone I've only just met. Aroo! Pretend it never happened. Well, alright. At least you're trying to be friends as opposed to Portia. So why don't we go see what your place... Ooh, look at that glowing spot. Okay, keep that in mind, we're coming back for it later. Oh my. Got kind of a spooky decor. I'm liking the musical instruments, but... I don't know. In fact, why do so many people in this town have really dark houses? Is it really against them to try to invest in a lamp or something? Oh, and a volleyball. Take that, volleyball. I don't care for you and your kind. All round and ball-shaped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I have no conflict with balls. Oh god. That's what she said. Hey, good evening. Say, we've never met before, have we? Presumably. Louis, any relation to Pikmin too? Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Louis. If you forget who I am, just remember that I'm the one who says toots a lot. Toots? What a weird thing to say. It's a bad habit, I know, but sometimes I just can't help myself. I hope it doesn't bother you. Toots? Well, I say splish a lot, and prior to that I used to say zombies a lot, but... it's okay, everyone has their verbal tics. By the way, he looks like Donkey Kong. Met everyone in town, quite a motley crew, yes, but variety, you get along well with the other folks around here in Hines, you'll never fit in, you understand? But never fear, I have a good feeling about you. What to do next? Ah, yes, I need you to deliver some furniture. At last, it's like you're actually working in the shop. Take this furniture to Bessie in Acre B1. Ah, yes, the blue cow from Happy Town. And don't stop to sniff the roses on the way there. Go straight there and come straight back, I will take my time sniffing any roses I so desire. Although I probably do want to appeal to some of the members of the town in order to get a place to sleep and something to eat. The chicken had a bed, so maybe if I'm really kind, she'll let me stay there for the night. Considering there's only one bed in this entire town. I mean, otherwise I'll have to sleep on the cellar floor. Well, everyone, that's it for now. Stay tuned, and good night.